Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you taking time out of your Wednesday to come in and sit with us tonight. Tonight we have a special treat for you. We are launching our second pay-per-view in the history of the N.A.W.A, and that is Anarchy in America. That's right, folks. We are about to launch into 9 matches of chaos and action, brought to you by the stars of the North American Wrestling Alliance, the N.A.W.A. So sit back, relax, grab your snacks, and get ready for action as we go in to Anarchy in America. That's right, folks. It is time for the second pay-per-view on the N.A.W.A schedule, Anarchy in America. And we're going to start it out right away for you with the man from parts unknown, Scorpion.
Unknown, weighing in at 241 pounds.
Scorpion making his way down to the ring here to kick the show off for us tonight, folks. And we apologize for being a day late and $1 short. Unfortunately, we have had illnesses strike the N.A.W.A. And folks, sometimes you just can't help that. You got to deal with what you're dealt with. But welcoming into our satellite feed tonight, we have the local fangirl number 137. Welcome in. And we'll be chatting with our folks in the satellite feed as well as commentating on what's going on in the ring tonight. Folks, 9 big matches. All titles will be defended. We have a variety of matches for you tonight, folks. Guaranteed we will knock your socks off by the time we leave today. And making his way down to the ring now, journeyman wrestler Jeff Steele. Jeff Steele, a professional wrestler now for about 30 years, has been in every company and every match that you can think of. And here tonight he's taking on the big man from parts unknown, Scorpion. And here we go, kicking off the first match of Anarchy in America. We've got Scorpion and Jeff Steele, and Scorpion goes for a body shot early on. Got Steele wrapped up now. Steele with an arm drag takes him down. Got him in a headlock now. Working the neck and the head area is Jeff Steele on Scorpion. Scorpion powering back to his feet. Jeff Steele still working the headlock. Scorpion sends him into the ropes. Ducks down. Oh, huge elbow takes Jeff Steele down to the mat. Scorpion now setting him up for something in the corner. Oh, and a big boot drops Jeff Steele. And a stomp to the ankle from Scorpion. Scorpion getting his crowd fired up here tonight, folks. As you saw, we were live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa tonight for the second pay-per-view and N.A.W.A schedule, Anarchy in America. And these two gentlemen going back and forth here. Oh, big choke slam from the man from parts unknown. Going up to the top rope. Scorpion elbow drop to Jeff Steele. Steele in bad shape. Scorpion deadlifts the big man up. And he hits him with a running power slam. Oh, and a leg drop to top it off. Scorpion now going to the outside. Steele rolls to the outside as well. Scorpion head of steam on the outside. Oh, went for a boot and missed. Jeff Steele jumping knee. Athleticism being shown from the big man there, and a big backhand takes Scorpion down. Steele with a knee stomp now on Scorpion. Scorpion getting the business worked into him there on the outside, but he counters with a big kick, able to get back up. Scorpion sends Steele back into the ring. At the referee's count of 5. Steele back to his feet, bounds up. Big right hand. Sends Scorpion into the ropes. Oh, body shot, drops Scorpion. Oh, and that ripcord elbow. Going for the cover is Jeff Steele. Referee's count. Not a count of 1. Scorpion kicks out. Oh, and Steele rocking in that version of a Russian leg drop there. Oh, went for a maneuver and missed. Tried to pull on his Lucha Libre experience. Scorpion counters that kick and elbows the knee. Sends Steele over into the corner. Went for that big kick. Steele counters with a kick to the knee of his own. Went for the big boot. Steele missed. Counters with an elbow. Got Scorpion rocked. Big knees and elbows here from Jeff Steele. Steele showing why 30 years in the business can show a little bit of something to folks here. Oh, and off the middle rope with that flying forearm. Steele really pulling in on his Lucha Libre style tonight. And in the satellite feed, folks, just coming in, Max Wrestling. Thanks you for coming in to the show tonight. We're glad to have you here for our second ever pay-per-view, Anarchy in America. And a power slam from Scorpion. Referee's count, 1, 2, 3. Scorpion, the man from parts unknown, with the win over veteran Jeff Steele. What a match, folks, what a match. Steele showing that you can be a veteran and still have some in you after 30 years, and Scorpion showing why he's one of the top stars in the N.A.W.A. Your winner tonight, folks, Scorpion.
Here is your winner.
And folks, one heck of a match to get us started here. We have 8 more matches this evening planned for you, with all 4 titles being defended tonight. What a show this is going to be, folks. Be prepared to have your socks blown off. And we're moving into the second match once again. If you're in our satellite feed watching from the stream tonight, we appreciate you. Max Wrestling, the local Fangirl 137, thank you so much for coming in and making his way down to the ring. The man from the far east,
Weighing in at 206 pounds,
Oni. Folks, this gentleman right here, a high flyer, a striker, a technician. He is pretty much everything that you can hope to find in a wrestler rolled into one. The man has dangerous striking. He has outstanding submissions. He can hit you from any point in the ring, and let's not forget that poison mist. He can spew that poison mist out, folks, at any time and change the trajectory of this match. But his opponent tonight is a man on fire here in the N.A.W.A. The luchador from Mexico, El Rey Dorado. El Rey Dorado making a name very quickly for himself here in the N.A.W.A. And he will be taking on the man from the far east, Oni. And here we go, folks. Match number 2 on the way. Referee Daphne Smith calls for the bell, and the 2 men are squaring off in the middle of the ring. El Rey Dorado saying, "Bring it on." Not something that you really want to do with Oni, but they are going to have a striking battle right out here in the very beginning. Oni taking the early advantage, though, but Dorado lashing back. Oh, and Oni getting the upper hand. Dorado hits back with a big chop, and a chop from Oni. Oh, and a a big shote uppercut drops El Rey Dorado. And Oni with the leg drop to the arm. Dorado slow to get back up. Oni grapples, sends him into the corner. Big back chop. Gets the other side for a head of speed. Oh, went for that rolling thunder kick and missed. Dorado now follows it up with a chop. And some big punches on the ground from El Rey Dorado. Oni wisely goes to the outside, but Dorado right there with him. Oh, went for the drop kick, and Oni moved out of the way last moment. Oh, with that eye rake with the feet. Referee's count. No. Dorado kicking out before the referee can count to one. Oni locks him up. Powers the big man down. Went for a clothesline, missed. Dorado ducking under. Forearm to the back now. Oh, and a neck breaker in the corner drops Oni to the ground. El Rey Dorado with the advantage here, but Oni right back up to his feet, and a Hurricane Rana. Oni now hits his clothesline. Oh, and that eye rake again with the feet. Folks, this is going back and forth here. High-paced action. Oni on the top rope where he feels at home. High-risk district. Oh, flying body slash connects. Dorado dropped in the middle of the ring. Oni. Oh, a drop kick to the back of the neck. Trying to enter that cervical spine. Oni setting him up. Getting ahead of steam. Oh, runs up with a big punch followed up by a big kick. Oh, and that butterfly suplex takes El Dorado down. El Rey Dorado in bad shape. Oni, he hits that senton, goes for the count. Referee's count one. And El Rey Dorado able to kick out at one. Oh, and powering back up, getting a second wind here. Dorado takes Oni on his shoulders. Snake eyes into the corner. Oni goes down. And a big stop followed it up by Dorado, but Oni fights out with a kick of his own. Went for that basement drop kick. Dorado was able to catch it. Dorado with a duck under there. Big kick to the leg. Oh, he's got Oni up. No, Oni counters. And a clothesline takes El Rey Dorado down. Oni back on top in this match. Oh, and the disrespect, walking over his opponent into that backflip splash. That moonsault splash. Dangerous, dangerous maneuver there, folks. Oh, what do we have going on? Oni setting him up. There it is, folks, the Red Sun. And here comes the referee's count. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Oni. What a match, folks.
Here is your winner.
El Rey Dorado trying to put up some offense tonight, but Oni just a little too much for the man from Mexico. Oni coming back after a brief tour over in Japan, back in his home country. Picking up right where he left off, folks, with a victory tonight at the second pay-per-view of the N.A.W.A. Anarchy in America. Now, don't forget, folks, if you like modern-style wrestling, join us tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. We will have our modern shows version of Anarchy in America as well. 9 big matches there, 9 chaotic events. Oh, and here we go, folks. A grudge match coming up. The Hollywood Blondes making their way into the ring right now.
190 pounds. Stunning. And handsome Tommy Stud. The Hollywood Blondes.
That's right, folks. And if you like the haircut that Tommy Stud is rocking, you can thank one of his opponents for giving it to him in a hair versus hair match just a few short months ago. Stud keeping it out of defiance, he said. And their opponent's going to be making their way down to the ring, folks. The ever-popular fan-favorite chick magnets, Mike and Mark Lightning, going to be making their way down the ring here just momentarily. That's the reason for Tommy Stud's haircut the way it is. And here they come. The Lightning Brothers, a.k.a. the Chick Magnets. Mark and Mike Lightning, folks. Listen to that crowd.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 482 pounds, Mike Lightning and
Now, folks, calling a match with twin brothers is hard to do. In dark blue, we have Mark Lightning. In light blue, we have Mike Lightning, and that is in shirts. In ring gear, the dark blue trunks is Mike Lightning, and the light blue trunks is Mark. They like to play games on us here in the commentary booth, folks. But make no mistake, these two gentlemen, outstanding competitors in the tag team division. All right, let's see here. And in our satellite feed, we have the local fangirl saying, ha ha ha, I forgot about his hair. And we have Max Wrestling putting my money on the hosses. So going for the Hollywood Blondes is Max Wrestling, and the young lady, the local fangirl 137, I'm sure going with the Chick Magnets. And we see both teams kind of showing out just a little bit here. Tommy Stud now squaring off with Mike Lightning. And Mike squaring off with the other member of the Hollywood Blondes. Folks, this is going to be a great match. Kenny Gage and Tommy Stud, neither one of them slouches in the ring. Same can be said for Mike and Mark Lightning, folks. This is going to be one heck of a match. And we see the Hollywood Blondes kind of up right now with the advantage. Got Mark Lightning on the ground. But Kenny Gage getting attacked here by Mike and then turning it around. Oh, and a big back elbow from Mike Lightning rocks Kenny Gage. And now Mark getting the upper hand. Big power slam on the other side of the ring there to Tommy Stud. But Kenny Gage hitting the upper hand. Oh, and take it out, Mark Lightning. Tommy Stud trying to get him a little bit of Mike Lightning, though. Mike turning the tables on him. Taking him down with a leg takedown. And we got the brothers rolled up here. Mark Lightning with the roll-up. Didn't amount to anything on that one, unfortunately. Folks, this is chaos personified right here in the ring. Tornado tag matches usually are. Oh my goodness, it looks like Mark Lightning has been busted open. And Tommy Stud's got a cover on Mike, but he's able to kick out before the referees count. Oh, Kenny Gage went for a splash and got hit in the stomach with the knees. Mark able to counter. And a kick to the stomach now. No, Gage sends Mark over the top. Mike got Tommy Stud, though, threw him down with an arm drag takeover. And a shoulder takedown. The Lightning Brothers standing tall so far, folks. Oh, big kick to the stomach. It's got Tommy Stud up. Stud in bad shape. Oh, no! Powerbomb to the outside over the top rope. Somebody got to get out here and check on Tommy Stud. And Kenny Gage now tying Mike up, but Mark there with the save. And what is Mike Lightning going for here? Oh my gosh, devastating maneuver to the knees. But Kenny Gage has a cover, one. Went for that sneaky roll-up. Now Mark has Gage, slings him in. And a hip takeover. Hit him with that hip toss. Oh, that big right hand. And we've got Tommy Stud and Mike Lightning on the outside. Mark Lightning and Kenny Gage on the inside. And Kenny Gage hitting that big right hand. That hair part, he calls it the force part. And now the Lightning Brothers again taking control. Mark Lightning on the inside with Kenny Gage. Mike Lightning on the outside with Tommy Stud. And folks, they are just going back and forth here. Gage and Mark Lightning just tying it up. Oh, and Kenny Gage shakes Marks down with that elbow to the back of the knee. And Mike up on the top rope here, measuring Tommy Stud out. Oh, body splash. And a 2 count on Kenny Gage. Mark Lightning almost had it. Tommy Stud sent into the corner. Mark Lightning on the top now, looking to go outside. No, Tommy Stud back into counter. And he's a double axe handle from the top rope for his troubles. Stud sent into the corner now. Gage takes Mark Lightning down with a roll-up. And Mike there with the break it up, the count. And Mike and Kenny now tying it up in the middle of the ring. Sends Mike flying. Oh, referee got in the way though. Oh, and a big right hand from Mark Lightning drops Tommy Stud. Mike with a go behind on Kenny Gage. Looked like a back suplex there. No, Gage rolls him up. Gage rolls him up. And Mark there with the break up the save. Or excuse me, to make the save, break up the count. Now all four men once again just beating each other. Both brothers from the Lightnings have been split open. Referees count. Three. Tommy Stud with a sneaky pin on Mark Lightning there.
Here are your winners.
The Hollywood Blondes sneaking out a win here against the Chick Magnets.
And handsome Tommy Stud.
And folks, there you go. And in the satellite feed, welcome in Chris Redfield's Gentle Touch. We're glad to see you back, sir. Welcome into the satellite feed, watching the show. You've only missed a couple of matches. Max Wrestling, you called that one, sir. Great job on that. And we are moving into the fourth match of the evening, I believe, already, folks. We are moving right along at a lightning pace here. And we've got one of the most explosive wrestlers in the N.A.W.A. making his way down to the ring, the Wild Man, Gunnar Marshall.
Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Folks, this is a night of title matches and grudge matches right here, because what's going to happen in the ring next is Gunnar Marshall will be taking on his heated rival and all-around just unlikable person in the King. That's right, folks. Arthur Montgomery taking on Gunnar Marshall in this next match. It is going to be brutal. And not just sideburns, the local fangirl 137. Those are massive sideburns to go with the mullet. And here he comes, folks, one of the most hated men in the N.A.W.A, King Arthur Montgomery. And you can hate him, you can love him, whatever you choose, but there's no denying the talent that that man possesses once he sets foot inside that ring.
Arthur.
A veteran wrestler, folks, that has been doing this for nigh on 15 years. Wrestled heavily over in England, has that British strong style background, and is not afraid to lop some heads there with big right hands and punish them with that big pile driver that he has used to put away so many opponents. Absolutely, yes, he is British, and he'll be glad to tell you how he's better than you for it. There it is, folks. Drink it in. King Arthur Montgomery himself. One of the best wrestlers in the N.A.W.A. Love him or hate him, you got to respect the talent. But that man right there, Gunnar Marshall, is not a pushover, and he is going to give every bit as good as he gets tonight, guaranteed. And we have referee Daphne calling for the bell. These two gentlemen are meeting up in the middle of the ring. Jaw-jacking and talking a little noise. Oh, and Gunnar Marshall starts it out with some big punches to the midsection and a reverse atomic drop. Goes for the grapple, but misses the wily veteran rolling out of the way. And Arthur Montgomery really throwing in those kicks and back chops, and they are going back and forth, folks. This is how you start a match right here. Gunnar Marshall, oh, headbutt to the back. Montgomery in trouble early. And a big double axe handle to the back, but Montgomery right back to his feet. belly-to-belly suplex takes the King down. Marshall now drags his man over to the ropes. Big back chop. Puts his leg on the ropes. Oh, and he's torquing that knee and hip, trying to put as much stress and damage on it as he can. And huge right hands drops King Arthur Montgomery. And Montgomery able to kick out and immediately go back on the attack, now driving the back of the head of Gunnar Marshall into the ring. And we have a new person coming into the satellite feed, Casey S.O. Welcome in, Casey S.O. Hope you enjoy classic wrestling. And folks, they are just duking it out on the outside. Marshall sent back in rather unceremoniously by the King. The King now picks him up. He's got Marshall locked up in that collar and elbow. Kick to the stomach. Went for the pile driver. No, Marshall able to counter. Sends him over with a back body drop. And again, the King right on top of it with a kick. But no, a jawbreaker from Gunnar Marshall. Marshall has the King reeling here. Hits the ropes. Oh, and a big leg drop. Leg drop right to the chest of the King. Now Marshall measuring him out. Collar and elbow. Picks him up on his shoulders. What's he going for here? Walking him over to the ropes. And a snake eyes across the top rope. Drops the King throat first. Right across that heavy rope. And a big elbow drop to follow. Marshall in a commanding lead right now. Taking control of the match. Lifting it up. Showing his strength. Oh! And King Arthur Montgomery went for that cheap shot with the foreign object. And Gunnar Marshall caught it. Ducked under. Hit him with a basement drop kick. Montgomery back to his feet. Marshall right on the attack with him, and these gentlemen are fixing to go back and forth, folks. Big right hands from both men. Oh, big left-handed chop. Folks, the fatigue is starting to set in here for both men, and they are laying it on the line. Big right hand, big left chop. Back and forth they go. Marshall telling him, bring me all you got. Say, that didn't hurt a bit. Oh, big slap. And another one from Marshall. And a big right hand. And here we go, hockey fight style, folks. They are beating the fire out of each other. Both men rocked after that. But the King ducking under, using his veteran skills. Ring placement is important. Went for a punch, but got countered, ate a headbutt. And now Marshall's got him up on his shoulders. Walking him over again for another snake eyes. Right across the top rope. Laying damage into that throat. Now the big man going up on the top rope. Splash. Oh, was countered by knees. King Montgomery able to get the knees up. And those big punches, lefts and rights. And an atomic drop to Gunnar Marshall, weakening the back. And the King gets him up. Oh, and that big back suplex. King taking his chance to get a breath here. Runs across. Oh, big clothesline in the corner. Drops Gunnar Marshall. And a fist drop. Montgomery measuring him out. Looking for the kick. No, countered. Takedown from Gunnar Marshall. Marshall goes to the outside. Catching his breath for a moment. Telling him, stand up. Back in the ring. Lifts him up. Oh, Montgomery able to counter again. Oh, no, a low blow. A low blow there from the King. Taking advantage there, folks. And he's got him up. Oh, and a shoulder breaker. That might be it. No. Wanting to inflict more punishment. Those educated fists going to work. Oh, and there it is, folks. There it is. King Arthur Montgomery with the knockout in the N.A.W.A. Big Brawl match. Welcome into the satellite feed. Ahmed the Egyptian Dude. Welcome in, sir. Trap House CEO, welcome in. Missed you in our satellite feed. Sorry about that. But welcome in. We're glad to see you. Casey, if you would like to get a wrestler in the N.A.W.A, we have a modern division and we have a retro division. The rules for the retro division is they must have a retro moveset and they must have a retro look. If you would like them to get into the modern section, you cannot have signatures or finishers in your normal moveset. They have to be set to a signature or a finisher. They cannot be used as part of a normal moveset. Oh, and here we go, folks, another grudge match. The Navajo Warrior making his way down to the ring here for a tables match. This is the man from the Navajo Nation, Elgin Thunderbird.
Making his way to the ring from the Navajo Nation.
As he says, folks, he carries the hopes and dreams of the entire Navajo Nation on his back. Every time he steps in the ring, he is representing his whole nation of people. And that is a proud man in that ring, and one hell of a fighter, that's for sure. Absolutely, Casey. Just message me and we'll talk about this and get it taken care of. Oh, and making his way down to the ring, folks, a former fan favorite turned absolute definition of the word heel, Chaos. This is a dangerous, dangerous man, though, making his way down to the ring, folks. Strength, speed, absolute, just dominant force. Chaos, a tough, tough man here. But, once again, going up against someone who feels he has to represent his entire nation of people in Elgin Thunderbird. Folks, this is going to be a war. These two have been going at each other's throats for the last 3 weeks. And here we go. Oh, big clothesline takes down Elgin Thunderbird. Chaos surprising him and now going for that cervical clamp. We have some lewdness going on in the chat, folks. Unfortunately, I can't repeat that as we're on television. However, just understand the satellite feed needs to have a bonk tonight. Let's say that. Where's the dog with the baseball bat? We need to have a bonk in the chat. Bristol Big TV, welcome into the satellite feed chat. Welcome into our second ever pay-per-view, Anarchy in America. We're about halfway through the night right now. I believe this is match number 5 right here. And Chaos just dominating Elgin Thunderbird so far. Thunderbird yet to really make a big amount of offense in this match, but now able to counter. And a big forearm to the back rocks Chaos. Gets him up on his shoulders, electric chair style. Chaos throwing big punches to the head. Chaos walking Thunderbird over. Oh my goodness, drops him across that top rope. And folks, this is a table match. You have to put your opponent through a table to win. There are no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win is to drive your opponent through wood and steel. Oh, welcome in, folks. Welcome in. How about that? Chef's Madhouse 420, sir. We know you're running your show right now. Thank you for dropping in to say hi. Local fan girl, what happened? Why did you delete the message? It's okay to need a bonk every once in a while. Oh, goodness, folks. Apparently, we need a thirsty division in here. Maybe we'll try that for a different night. We'll do that one as N.A.W.A. After Dark. But right now, in the ring, Elgin Thunderbird on the top rope. Measures Chaos out, hits him with that flying clothesline. Chaos wisely rolls to the outside and back in now. Thunderbird with a big punch to the stomach of Chaos. Picks Chaos up. Went for that Samoan drop that he does there, the fallaway slam. And now Chaos countered out of it and picks him up into a snake eyes of his own. And folks, these two men are just beating the tar out of each other right now. Big back body drop from Thunderbird takes Chaos down. Chaos getting a second win now. Oh, and he's got the big man up, choking him. And Thunderbird able to land that elbow to counter out of it. Chaos counters out of the hold. Oh, and a big knee big elbow to the knee takes Thunderbird down. Oh my goodness, Chaos able to lift him up, but Thunderbird countering out of it and landing a huge clothesline. Thunderbird trying to set up the table. Oh, and Chaos kicks it out of his hands. Thunderbird into the ropes, over the top. Chaos taking the time to pose. Folks, this is not the time to do that. This is a dangerous match. Any chance you get, you have absolutely got to take advantage of it. Oh, and he hit him with the table on the outside. Folks, we have a bonk argument going on in the satellite feed, and in the match we have Chaos and Elgin Thunderbird beating the living mess out of each other right now. Chaos up on Thunderbird's shoulders. Thunderbird walking him over to a table. Is he going to put it through? No, he hits him with the fallaway slam, though. Thunderbird has a chance here right now. No, and Chaos able to counter. You got to wonder if Thunderbird missed his chance. Oh no, here we go. Chaos has Thunderbird up. Thunderbird's got to counter out of it, or this is it. Chaos, and puts him through the table, and your winner is Chaos.
Here is your winner.
Folks, that was a match and a half. These two men went to hell and back, beating each other senseless, and finally Chaos driving Elgin Thunderbird through that hard wood and steel. Absolutely, we have boos in the satellite feed for Chaos. Good, boo that man. And now the next match coming up is going to be an Extreme Rules match for the Television Championship, folks. And this one is also a grudge match. We have Big Banker Hamilton Sharp going up against the man from the backwoods of Kentucky, from the hills and hollers, Bubba Joe Hayes. And this is, without a doubt, unequivocally, the most hated man in the N.A.W.A. Folks, ask him what his hobby is. He'll tell you it's closing down orphanages, old folks' homes, and children's hospitals. He buys them just to foreclose. Big Banker Hamilton Sharp. Absolutely, the crowd is letting him hear it, giving him all the boos he deserves. But don't let the cocky facade fool you, folks. This man is a demon in the ring, one of the best technical wrestlers to set foot in the N.A.W.A. He is being compared to Donald Duck and Winnie the Pooh in the chat, folks. That's when you know you're not liked. And here he is, the television champion himself, once again from way back in the hollers of Kentucky, Mr. Bubba Joe Hayes. And Bubba Joe Hayes Always out here with his companion in that sack. That's his snake he calls Azrael. Bubba Joe Hayes, a huge, huge mountain of a man coming from the mountains of Appalachia. Oh my goodness, folks, in the chat, they are thirsty tonight. Somebody get him some water. And here we go, folks. This is for the prestigious television title. Once again, the winner of this title has to defend this belt on every single show. It does not matter if it is a pay-per-view, if it is a weekly show. The television championship has to be defended. If you are the television champion, you must defend your belt or be vacated and stripped. Referee Kenny Doan showing the competitors what they're fighting for here, folks. Once again, that prestigious television championship. And here we go. We have Bubba Joe Hayes taking on Big Banker Hamilton Sharp. And right away, Hamilton Sharp starts in with some big chops and kicks. But Bubba Joe Hayes with the go behind, picks him up. Into a shin breaker. Oh my goodness, dropping Hamilton right away. Lifting him up, showing his strength. Got him up, walking him around. And walks out and just lets him drop to the canvas. Hayes going to work on the knee now and the ankle. Got Sharp in a bad way here. Sharp in pain, writhing on the ground. Sharp able to kick out though. Regain his feet and composure. Oh, went for a fist drop and missed. Bubba Joe Hayes saw that one coming and then takes him down with a shoulder tackle. And a big stomp to follow. Hayes now working the neck and head, stretching and putting stress on that neck. But Sharp able to counter out of it, back to his feet, and to a huge clothesline. And a big stomp to follow. Sharp now in control of the match. Oh, and an elbow to the back of the head. Rocks the big man from Kentucky. Oh, and Sharp showing off his technical prowess here, going for an arm bar. And Hayes able to counter out of it, throwing some punches there, but arm looks like there was damage. And a DDT! But Hayes right back up and eats a running knee, though. Hamilton Sharp staying on top of the huge competitor from Kentucky. Looks like he's rocked here from that knee shot. Able to recover though. Go behind on Sharp. Bulldog drops Hamilton Sharp. And wisely he rolls out to the outside, catches breath, regain his composure. And as he comes back in, he lands a couple of big rights to Bubba Joe Hayes. And now he's got Hayes in a pump handle. No! Hayes able to counter there, threw him over with that hip toss. Hayes, oh, big clothesline, drops Hamilton Sharp. Big Banker in big trouble here. Hayes again going for the neck, working that neck and head area of Big Banker Hamilton Sharp. Sharp counters out of it though. Oh, low blow, and it's legal in this match. Referees count 1, 2. Almost a 3 count, folks. We almost had a new television champion there. Hamilton Sharp with that filthy low blow maneuver, and now choking the life out of Bubba Joe Hayes. And now raking the eyes with the stomp. Now Hayes sent into the ropes. Countered. It's a big kick to Hamilton Sharp's leg and goes for a cover. Here's the referee's count. Sharp able to kick out before the ref got there. Hayes lifts him back up to his feet. Oh, that big discus punch. And a back chop from Hamilton Sharp drops Hayes again. Sharp getting ahead of steam into the ropes. Oh, and a double axe handle. Big stomp here. Hayes in control now, just dominating the big man from Kentucky. Oh! Picks him up and slams him down, but Bubba Joe Hayes, second wind, right back on his feet. Goes to the outside. Is he going for a weapon? No. Stay in the weapon usage here. Oh my gosh, there it is. There's that maneuver. He calls it the American Dream. The American Dream locked in, folks. And we have a new television champion. Big banker Hamilton Sharp hits the American Dream and puts the big man from Kentucky to sleep.
Television champion, big banker Hamilton Sharp.
All right, folks, we have a special guest referee match. One of our superstars returning from injury. And this is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. This is going to be a barn burner here. And here comes your special guest referee right now, folks. Fair and impartial, Mr. USA. Making his way back from an injury. Had an injured shoulder, folks, and has been out for several weeks here. Making his way back to an N.A.W.A. ring tonight, and we're all glad to see it. Especially with it being the pay-per-view event, Anarchy in America. And folks, Chris Redfield's Gentle Touch lost $40,000 on that last match. Now, we're not going to tell him that betting is illegal where we're at, but maybe don't tell everybody else that. Well, local fangirl, he is Mr. USA, so he has to represent. And here is your challenger for the Intercontinental Championship, folks. A man who has been on a tear recently with one of the most devastating submission maneuvers in professional wrestling, the Tongan Death Grip. We have the madman from the Isle of Tonga, N.A.W.A. And folks, this is one of the most terrifying men in professional wrestling. Went into a bar by himself. A fight broke out. He was the one to walk out last. Everyone else was being carried out. He walked out untouched. Go ahead, local fangirl. We're not going to bonk you or ban you this time. Go right ahead. Folks, we have some craziness going on in the satellite feed chat tonight. And making his way down to the ring, folks, the current Intercontinental Champion, Papa Mondo, the Voodoo Master from Haiti. We've already seen one title change hands tonight, folks. Are we going to see it again? Can N.A.W.A. continue his win streak with that Tongan Death Grip? Or will the Voodoo Master from Haiti break his win streak and add a curse to it?
Introducing the challenger from the Pacific Islands, weighing in at 272 pounds, Tonga O'Malley.
This is definitely a Haas fight, folks. If you like the Haas fights, you're definitely going to be in for one heck of a match here.
The Intercontinental Champion,
Papa Mondo here. The Voodoo Master from Haiti versus the Tongan Warrior from the Kingdom of Tonga. Someone is walking out of here with that belt tonight, folks. And this is going to be one hell of a fight. And we've got our special guest referee, Mr. USA, in there to call it right down the middle. Referee calls for the bell, and here we go, folks. Tonga Lamelli starting it out with a big chop. Papa Mondo counters it, though. Lamelli right back on the attack, and Mondo just eating it. Just tanking those attacks. With a go behind here. Lamelli counters, though, with a big back elbow. And Papa Mondo taking him down, going for a cover. Referees count 1, 2. And Lamelli counters, referees count 1. Both men back to their feet. Oh, clubbing him over and over again in the corner. Just laying in those big punches. Now choking him with his foot. Folks, if you like what you see, do not forget, tomorrow night we will have the modern version of our pay-per-view, Anarchy in America, at 7 p.m. And that is Central Standard Time. Papa Mondo goes for a cover here. 1, 2. Folks, that is also going to have 9 matches. Every title will be defended. We'll have women's matches, luchador matches, cage fights. We're going to have everything that you could possibly want in a wrestling show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. All you got to do is stop by. And these two gentlemen just going at it back and forth with punches and chops in the middle of the ring. Lamelli gaining the advantage here, but Papa Mondo firing right back. And here we go, folks. They have tied it up hockey style, beating each other about the head and face. Neither man really coming out on top, but Lamelli coming out with the advantage slightly. Mondo counters. Oh, and a big super kick takes Tonga Lamelli down. Referees count. 1, 2. A 2 count here, and so far Mr. USA calling it right down the middle like we knew he would, folks. Oh, huge flying elbow drop from Papa Mondo. Lamelli right back to his feet, though. Sends Mondo into the corner. Mondo counters with an elbow. Ties up Lamelli. Lamelli counters, slides off. Knee or elbow to the knee, drops down Papa Mondo. Now Tonga Lamelli stands him back up. Kick to the stomach from Papa Mondo. Picks him up. Huge over the top slam. Going for that signature slam. Yes! He hits the body press. And the referee calls it. Tells him he's too close to the ropes. Cannot make the cover. Went for a punch and got countered by Tonga Lamelli. Lamelli with the cover. Referees count 1, 2. And Papa Mondo able to kick out. Oh, there it is! The Tongan Death Grip! The Tongan Death Grip! We may have a new champion right now! He's got Mondo locked in! Is Mondo gonna tap? Oh my goodness! Mondo able to withstand the Tongan death grip, folks. No one has been able to withstand that, including Colossus, the giant from Greece. And Papa Mondo drawing on all the powers of darkness that he had to withstand that maneuver, and he's right back on his feet. Here comes Lamelli. Oh, that big flying chop takes Papa Mondo down. There we go with that cervical clutch again, folks. Working that cervical area of the spine. Mondo fighting his way to his feet. Big right hands, rocks the big Tongan. Oh, it takes him down with that throat spike. 1, 2, 3. Papa Mondo able to overcome and retain his Intercontinental Championship tonight.
Here is your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Papa Mondo.
Folks, absolutely wild match tonight. Papa Mondo with the win, overcoming what so far has been an undefeated submission move in that Tongan death grip. Absolutely outstanding. Folks, we are coming up on one of the last matches of the evening here. This is a tag teams tables match, and this is also a grudge match for the World Tag Team Championship. You have the Outlaws, who have been a thorn in the family side over the past few weeks, and you have the most dominant faction in the N.A.W.A, the Family. And representing the Family tonight will be the Enforcers, Christopher Pontarelli and Joey Lazara. And welcome in through the satellite feed, Rough and Sim Wrestling. Thank you for the comment, sir, and thank you for the compliment. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and watching the show with us tonight, sir. We hope that you're enjoying it. I appreciate it because I enjoy your commentary as well. And folks, we see them out in full force here tonight. The Family on stage, all 4 members. Don Mario Lazara taking center stage. To his left, we have the brains of the operation, Tony Lazara. And then to the back, we see Joey Lazara and Christopher Pontarelli, the Enforcers of the Family. They will be the ones competing tonight, going for tag team gold.
The Family.
Oh, and welcome into the satellite feed, Greedy. We're glad to have you in. Hope you're enjoying yourself tonight and hope you're going to enjoy the show. We are on our co-main event already. And already the comments have started about Don Mario Lazara's appearance, folks, matching one famous singer from England. He wasn't a king, but he was definitely in Queen. However, Don Mario Lazara is not that man and usually likes to assault people that says so. So Chris Redfield's gentle touch, be very careful. Well, Greedy, you'll love this match. This is heel versus heel right here. We have the Family versus the Outlaws. So, folks, we've had one title change hands, one title stay with its owner. Are we going to have a title change here? Will the Family be able to capture gold, or will the Outlaws be able to sneak out another win here and show the Family up once again? And once again, there we see the two enforcers of the family. We have Christopher Pontarelli and Joey Lazara. And now making their way down to the ring, folks, the World Tag Team Champions in the N.A.W.A. We have the Outlaws, Dallas Coachman and Virgil Wolf. Coachman on the right, Wolf on the left. Cousins from Harlingen, Texas. And folks, let me tell you, these men would just assume to beat you down as opposed to winning. It doesn't matter win or lose as long as they hurt someone. Rough, grungy, tough, and mean, folks. That's the best 4 words to describe the Outlaws. And they have had a stranglehold on those titles since capturing them here in the N.A.W.A. Let's see if they can hold them again tonight and sneak out another win against the most dominant faction in the N.A.W.A., the family. And here we go right away, folks. Lazara taking it to Dallas Coachman and Pontarelli slamming down Virgil Wolf. And the family taking an early advantage here in this match. Lazara has Wolf in the corner slamming him down. And goes to help Pontarelli deal with Coachman. Slams Coachman down to the ground with a big body slam. And now Wolf sent into the corner. Lazara goes over. But Wolf fighting back here, landing big right hands against the big man from Italy. And now living in New Jersey. Lazara, oh my goodness, a shin breaker into a back suplex. Oh, hit him with the table as he was coming around the corner, my God. He might have a broken nose after that, folks. Solid wood and steel right to the face. And Pontarelli going after Virgil Wolf now on the other side. And Coachman and Lazara just beating the heck out of each other. We have Pontarelli now sending Wolf face first into the hardest part of that canvas. That's just steel and wood on the outside. And Coachman eats a back body drop on the other side. Coachman sent into the chairs. Wolf, though, getting the upper hand on Pontarelli, slamming his head into the concrete. Lazara still with the upper hand, though. Oh, power slam onto that hard concrete on the other side. Lazara taking it to Dallas Coachman. Wolf sends Pontarelli back into the ring. Coachman finally able to get a little offense off here. Coachman getting into the ring with Christopher Pontarelli. Wolf sends the table in. Oh, and there goes Coachman down again for a ride. Lazara grabs Wolf from behind to snatch the table. Oh, that running knee trembler takes Wolf down. The Outlaws down in the middle of the ring, folks. The Coachman and Wolf make their way back up. Coachman sent to the outside. Wolf was throwing hands on the inside the ring, though. And now Pontarelli doing that shoulder clinch. Those nerves right up there in that cervical spine area. And Wolf looks like he may be out. And Lazara has Coachman up, but Coachman fighting out of it. Coachman able to fight out. Tags Lazara with a big right hand. Got him up on his shoulders now. Putting him through the table. This could be it. Oh my goodness. Right before Pontarelli got to it, Lazara sent through the table. And the Outlaws sneak another win in, folks, retaining their World Tag Team Championships. Can you believe it?
Champions, Dallas Coachman and Virgil.
Folks, the Outlaws keep sneaking in those wins on the family. The disrespect being served here is fantastic. And folks, this match is our main event. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is Yuri Drago taking on Billy Rush. And folks, this is a 3 stages of hell match. What that means, 3 different match types. It's a best of 3 series. The person has to win at least 2 to win. The first match is a normal match, folks. This is just your run-of-the-mill wrestling match. Then we have a table match. And then we have a no-holds-barred match. Anything goes. Someone is going to be beaten and bloodied tonight, guaranteed, folks. And this is a grudge that has been going on for months. Yuri Drago, sworn enemy to everything that Billy Rush upholds. And Billy Rush now going for the win here. Cover 1. No, referee didn't get to the count in time. Rush now finally back up to his feet, mounting some offense here. Drago has been in charge the first of the match. Rush sent him to the outside. Big right hand. What's he going for here? Got Drago up. Oh, no! Right on the outside of that ring mat. That hard wooden steel. Right to the back. Drago now. Oh, atomic drop on Billy Rush. That'll change the momentum quick. And slams him face first into that hard concrete. Folks, those mats don't cover much on the floor, and that is nothing but pure concrete underneath. Drago now, no reverse, gets tossed back into the ring. Rush back in the ring with him. They tie up, collar and elbow. Powers him down, sending Drago across the ring. Drago with the go behind here. Trying to squeeze the life out of Billy Rush. Picks him up. Oh, and that belly to back. And Rush right back up. Takes out the knee. Oh, drops a knee right across the arm. Trying to take out the vertical base and the strength of Drago. If he can do that, folks, Drago's in for a long night. But Drago able to counter there with a big back elbow and a running shoulder tackle. Takes him down. Rush with a European uppercut. Sends Drago into the ropes. Oh, Drago countered it. Oh, and a forearm. Takes that arm and just damages it as much as he can to the elbow of Billy Rush. And now stomping at the hand and wrist, that same injured arm. Drago in serious competitor mode here tonight, folks. Rush throwing some elbows, though, to counter out of the offense here. He's got Drago, drags him over to the ropes, head first into the turnbuckle. Elbow counter from Drago. And again, he's got him locked up in a bear hug, trying to force the air out of the lungs of Billy Rush. Squeezing. Is he gonna tap? No. Drago slams him down to the mat. And now Drago hits the ropes. Blockbuster. Blockbuster right across the top of Billy Rush's head, slamming him down into the mat. And now Rush sent into the turnbuckle. Counters with an elbow. Went for a belly to belly, but Drago fighting out again. Yuri Drago here just countering everything that Rush can throw at him almost. And now Rush has Drago up. Slams him into the turnbuckle and then throws him down. And welcome into the satellite feed chat. Mystery, we appreciate you. Oh, and a big slam by Billy Rush. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. Rush gets the first victory. Folks, if Rush gets the win in the second match, that's it. Yuri Drago has to win this second match. It is a tables match. He has to put Billy Rush through or his night is over. If he wins the next match, it goes to a no-holds-barred. Folks, remember, this is for that coveted World Heavyweight Championship, the grand prize of the N.A.W.A. And here we go, both men squaring up, getting ready for the table match. And Drago, quick with the offense, takes him down with a diving shoulder tackle. Immediately goes outside for the table. Folks, this can be done really quickly. Drago introduces the table already. Rush slow to get back up. Oh, and a spear A spear from Yuri Drago takes Rush down. Oh, big right hands. Oh, hit him with the bell clap, ringed his ears. Now set him up, electric chair style, an electric chair drop. Now, Rush has a hold of the table. Setting it up. Folks, he could be putting him away right here. This could be the end of the night for Yuri Drago. If Rush puts him through the table, that's it. Sends him into the turnbuckle first. Picks him up. No, Drago counters. DDT! DDT on Billy Rush. Champ is down. Drago walking Rush over to the table. This could be bad news for Billy Rush. Uh-oh, Drago's got him up. German suplex through the table. That's it. Drago picks up his first win. It is now 1-1, folks. The winner of the next match is going home with that N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Championship around their waist. This one is no holds barred. Anything goes. Thumbtacks, chair shots, tables, it doesn't matter. You just have to beat your opponent any way you can. Drago now taking the early advantage, but Rush right back up. Takes him down. Goes to the top rope. Billy Rush up to the top. Oh, big knee drop. Immediately goes for the cover. Assisted already. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? Billy Rush living up to his name, folks, and regaining that, just retaining that World Heavyweight Championship, folks. You have got to be kidding me. These gentlemen were just beating each other senseless. What a match, folks. 3 stages of hell, and the winner is Billy Rush. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap on the event tonight, folks. We started out with the man from parts unknown, Scorpion, taking on the veteran Jeff Steele. Jeff Steele put up an admirable match, but the man from nowhere, Scorpion, comes out on top. In our second match, we had a returning superstar from his tour of Japan, Oni, taking on the high-flying Mexican luchador, El Rey Dorado. Both men gave as good as they got, but Oni had just enough to come out on top. Your winner tonight, folks, Oni over El Rey Dorado. In our third match, where we started the grudge matches, we had a tornado tag between the Chick Magnets and the Hollywood Blondes. And folks, in a shocking upset, the Hollywood Blondes squeaked out a victory over the Chick Magnets, Mark and Mike Lightning, gaining a small measure of revenge for the hair versus hair match that Tommy Studd went through to get his current look. Next match, in match number 4, we had Gunnar Marshall taking on the King, Arthur Montgomery. And folks, let me tell you, this was back and forth from the start of the bell till the referee's 3 count. Both men were beating on each other. They were trying to harm each other, folks. That's what this match was. It was a brawl. And in the end, King Arthur Montgomery came out on top with the victory. Now, in our 5th match, we had a table match between these two enemies here, Elgin Thunderbird and Chaos. And folks, Chaos dominated this match from start to finish, taking home the win over the Navajo warrior, Elgin Thunderbird. In our 6th match, which can only really be considered an upset, folks, big banker Hamilton Sharp able to put to sleep Bubba Joe Hayes with that submission maneuver he calls the American Dream. Your winner and new television champion, big banker Hamilton Sharp. Match number 7, we had a special guest referee, another returning superstar coming back from injury, Mr. USA, stepping into the referee role and performing his job admirably, folks. I don't think I've seen a better ref job even from our standard referees. But Mr. USA, recovering from his shoulder injury, made his way back to the ring tonight, filling in as a referee in our Intercontinental title match. And folks, Tongalo Melly was on a tear coming into this match. Undefeated. That Tongan death grip had not been beaten yet. However, he laid it in on Papamondo. Papamondo fought through the pain, recovered, and finished the match and retained his Intercontinental Championship. Your winner and still Intercontinental Champion, Papamondo. Match 8 showed a tag team brawl, folks. It was a tables tag match, and we had the Outlaws taking on the families, Joey Lazara and Christopher Pontarelli, and the Outlaws had been sneaking wins here and there against the family, and folks, tonight was no different. Right as Christopher Pontarelli was going to put Virgil Wolf through the table, Dallas Coachman sends Joey Lazara in and captures the win for the Outlaws. Your winner and still tag team champions, the Outlaws, Virgil Wolf and Dallas Coachman. And in our main event, it was a 3 stages of hell match. We had the Soviet wrestling machine, Yuri Drago, taking on champion Billy Rush. And folks, they beat the hell out of each other from this match. We had a normal match, a table match, and a no-holds-barred match, and it did not end like I expected it to. I'm not going to lie. I was quite surprised with the ending, but folks, these matches take a toll on you, and right there at the end, it only took one maneuver from Billy Rush to end it. Your winner, and still World Heavyweight Champion of the N.A.W.A., Billy Rush. Now, folks, if you enjoyed what you saw tonight, please do not hesitate to give us a follow on Twitch TV. You can find us at twitch.tv/NAWA main event. And do not forget, tomorrow night we are doing our modern shows pay-per-view, Anarchy in America. Stop back in at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for all the action and excitement that you have come to expect from the North American Wrestling Alliance, the N.A.W.A. Folks, my name is Wink Finkman, the voice of the N.A.W.A., and I'm bidding you a good night.